how did I even get here? I mean, it's sort of like when you're painting a room or, painting a floor, if you ever do that, and you start painting and you're going across the floor, and the next thing you know, you've realized that you painted yourself into a corner and you have no way out. You just got to watch the paint dry. And yet, in my particular case, well, I wanted to paint myself into this corner because I have been covering a lot of Viper RAM over, the last probably couple of years or so. And I suddenly realized that pretty much all I have now is Viper RAM. I've got their Blackout Edition, I've got their Steel Edition, and I have multiple kits of their RGB version, some which I have reviewed and some that I have just flat out bought. Because the simple fact of the matter is that Viper RGB is by far the best RAM kit on the market. And there is only one kit that even, in my opinion, compares. So guys, you're going to be like, wait, really? You're going to say that they are the best kit? I'm going to use that best term as an overall, and I'm going to explain exactly what I mean. So, for starters, let's talk about performance. I came into this review pretty much knowing exactly what was going to happen because I've done so many of these kits that I had a really good idea. And I still tested it to be sure. But as always, Viper performs really well. If you have some of the latest AM4 motherboards and the latest BIOS with the improved RAM compatibility, you shouldn't have any issues. Older users of Ryzen though, beware, because I've seen some of the dies that Viper uses will run a little unstable at their rated speeds and you have to downclock them. But that's more of an AMD problem than it is a Viper problem. And like I said, AMD recently fixed that, so if you've got a later board, you're probably going to be fine anyway. But yeah, they run well. I tried overclocking my kit, and as usual, I have a little bit of headroom where I can play with, depending on how aggressive that I want to be on performance. So yeah. Overall, it was solid performance. RAM, as usual, especially if you're in a mid-range gaming station and you're running 1080p, you're not going to see a huge impact from RAM. I mean, even from 3200 megahertz, it's like, hey, it's all right. But 3600 megahertz is great for Ryzen 3000. Everything looks good there. So, yeah, maybe there's kits that, I would say there's definitely kits that will overclock more and have more headroom, but then you always got to ask yourself the question, well, do I really need that? So you're going to have some decent overclocking and really solid performance at the rated speeds. So that's awesome. However, the big thing that always gets me about Viper, and I had to go through Amazon and I had to check tons of listings, there just isn't a kit that looks as good as Viper RGB. And guys, I try to stay away from direct comparisons, but I'm going to do it this time. I'm just going to overlay some of these screenshots, and here's the deal. Manufacturers will show off their RAM, and they'll show that sidebar look, and they'll have all that, it'll look great from the side. But the thing is once you have your RAM installed in your PC, really you're looking at the RAM almost directly from the top down. I don't know why this is, but on most RAM kits, you're just going to see a very plain, flat-looking light bar. I saw some companies where they'll kind of break it up a little bit, but they'll do it with some very just geometrical and bland-looking lines that are just... I don't know, it looks plain. It doesn't look very artistic. It looks, especially for RGB RAM, it just looks kind of blocky and bad. And when it really comes to just the best look still, and this RAM's been around for a very, very long time, Viper RGB takes the cake. The fact that they put that lettering of their logo, their brand, Viper, across the top, you'll see that they put those two triangles that help kind of break up the monotony of the light bar, and then on the side you have the glowing Viper eyes. It looks fantastic. It's just, if you want that kind of flair in your gaming rig, I can't think of a better kit than Viper. I have seen one kit that I still like the looks of because it does the same kind of thing of a more artistic look, even though it's a little more industrial, and that's Gale's Evo X2. That's it. Guys, and I don't know, it's been a long time since I've messed with Gale kits, so I don't know what they've got for performance and overclocking headroom. So I hate to just make a really short and to the point video, but I'm sure you guys love it. Viper is the best RAM. They may not be the absolute best performance as far as, you know, the highest frequencies or the most overclocking, but they are definitely right up there neck and neck. It's not going to make a difference for the majority of people who are building RAM, and if you love RGB, then there is nothing better, in my opinion, than Viper. That's it, guys. Plain and simple. I hate to keep this review like so straightforward, but there's just not a lot more I can say that I haven't already said. I love these kits. I don't just review them, I buy them. They're like a personal choice for me. So I highly recommend it. I will put links in my description so you can check them out in further detail. Guys, if you got any questions or there's something about RAM that you would like me to cover in detail that I could have some time to, feel free to put them in the comments below because I'd love to. Let me know what you guys think as far as RAM designs. You know, I'm at a point where it's like, it's not that I don't want every ounce of performance, but I've started to realize that there's a lot of performance that you either have to pay too much for or doesn't really make a huge amount of difference. And then after that, I want stuff that looks good in my build. And that's why I recommend Viper RGB so much. And I know it's like, oh my gosh, did they pay you to do this? No, I mean, I did not get paid any extra. I did get a review sample and that's it. But like I said, guys, I didn't do it because I needed to get RAM. I have lots of RAM and that's not my problem. I did it because I really love this company. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you for checking out this video, and I will catch you later.